Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on New Zealand Sports Radio. It's the 20th of Saturday, 20th of March, and having a great start to your weekend. In the news today, and we'll look forward to the cricket that's taking place. We've got some NRL action last night as the Warriors were in action in the rugby, the Super Rugby. AU kicked off last night this round's kicked off with the Rebels versus the Waratahs. We've got NBA and NBL action in the basketball, A-League action in the football, and then golf to report on as well. This is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news. And let's start off with the golf. And over in Kenya for the PGA European Tour, they have the Kenyan Open, and no Kiwis involved in that one. But an Australian is top of the leaderboard at the moment. Hend is up there on 11 under par, equal with Samoja, the Finnish golfer, leading that one. No Kiwis involved in the golf this weekend. Over in the PGA, and it is the Honda Classic with Ryder and Hagi at the top, both on 8 under par, just one shot ahead of a chasing pack in that one. Moving on then, or staying over in the States for the basketball action, and in the NBA, the Pelicans took on the Trailblazers yesterday. That's right, Steven Adams signed there, and it all went wrong in the first quarter, where the Trailblazers took an 8-point lead that they weren't to relinquish for the entire game, finishing 111 to 93. Damian Lillard with 36 points led the way for the Trailblazers. For the Pelicans, Steven Adams got 10 rebounds and 6 points. Zion Williamson got a double-double with 10 rebounds and 26 points, but it wasn't enough. It was a very good day for the Lakers, who beat the Hornets 116 to 105, and their fellow title-chasing teams, the Jazz, lost to the Wizards 131 to 122, and the Suns lost to the Timberwolves 123 to 119. So at the top of the Western Conference now, the Jazz still lead the Lakers, but the Lakers have managed to overtake the Suns into second place in that one. Over on the Eastern Conference, and the 76ers still lead the Nets and the Bucks over there. In the NBL, so moving across to Australia now, 2 games yesterday as the Kings beat Melbourne United 103 to 75, and the Wildcats beat the Titans 93 to 75. That means the Wildcats are still atop of the table, ahead of Melbourne United. So the 2 top teams adding victories to yesterday. Today, you see the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix take on the 36ers, and also the Breakers are in action at 10 p.m. this evening against the Bullets. Obviously, join us at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for the morning sports briefing. I'll bring up to speed with how the Breakers went against the Bullets there. Currently, they're sat in 8th place out of 9 teams, so it's been a tough season for the Breakers. Can they get their 5th win of the season? Over in the NRL then, and week 2 kicked off. First off, we had on Thursday evening with the Eels beating the Storm. Last night we had 2 games. The Titans beat the Broncos 28 to 16 in that one. Unsurprisingly, the Broncos having another tough season after finishing last season. The Warriors were leading against the Knights, but could not hold on, as Bradman Best led the Knights to a late 20 to 16 win over the Warriors in that one. Still early days in the NRL, only just 2 games in, but that means that the Knights join the Eels at the top of the table with 2 wins from 2 games to have the perfect start so far. In the cricket then, and no results for you, but the first one-day international between New Zealand and Bangladesh will be today down there in Dunedin. So keep your eyes out for that one. And join the boys from Swinging from the Hip on Monday evening at 8 p.m, where I'm sure they'll go through that game in detail for you as well. Moving on then to the rugby. And in the rugby, we had the Rebels versus the Waratahs last night. The Waratahs made a good start to the game, but showing some good skills, but could not get any points on the board. After that, the Rebels took total control of the game, leading 33-0 heading into the final 10 minutes, or final 5 minutes actually. 2 very late tries for the Waratahs made the score a little bit more respectable at 33-14, but the Rebels were in total control for this game. 2 games tonight then, with the Hurricanes taking on the Chiefs at 7 o'clock, and we will be live straight after the final whistle with post-match reaction to that one. So join us to give us your opinions as to what happened in that game. And then also the Reds take on the Western Force at 9:45 this evening. Do join us at 8 p.m. on Sunday evening for the Super Rugby review show, where we'll go through all of the action from the weekend. You have now started the day the best way with all the important sports news. I'll be putting out a supporters special where I chat with Richie from the Standoff and Dan from the Nixon newsletter about the impact, or the potential impact, of a Trans-Tasman sports bubble. So look out for that. That'll be going live this morning.